Hello there, this is Okoya Falabi from Young Couple Savings. You agree with me that long distance relationship can sometimes be very, very stressful. You're somewhere, your spouse is not with you, you want to have a cuddle, you cannot have a cuddle, you want to have very honest conversations, but because of distance, you're having some conversations that you prefer to have face to face, you're having them over the phone. There's just a lot of things that can cause stress, when you have long distance relationship. And some people, there are some relationships that don't survive it. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to surviving long distance relationship. Now, if you're interested in this, sit down, relax, let's dive into this together. All right, welcome back. This is Young Couple Savings. This is where we use biblical principles to guide ourselves into the art of successful marital relationship. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Please ensure you subscribe to the channel and please press the notification bell so that each time I upload new videos, you will be notified. And please, if this is your blessings in any way, ensure you smash the like button. Share this video with friends, with family, with relatives, with colleagues, with people around you, because you never can tell. This could be the video someone has been waiting for. All right, so what's the first point? Now, the first thing I think that you should consider is you need to guard the trust dynamics of your relationship. You need to build trust. You need to maintain trust in your relationship. You see, trust and openness is the bedrock of sustaining long distance relationship. If you're in a long distance relationship and you want your relationship to thrive, you see that the relationship must be built on trust, must be built on openness. So you want to ensure as much as possible that you bring your spouse into your space and you enter into their space. So there is no such things as you hiding things from them. There are no surprises. You want to be as open as possible. You want to be dependable. If you said you are here, let them know that that is where you will be. If you say you will be going there, let them know that they will not find you somewhere else. Trust is very, very important. And how do you build that trust? Be very open. Communicate very often. Be very open with them, talk with them, just like I said, bring them into your space, do a lot of video calls, while you're working at home, let them see what you're doing, bring them into your space. Sometimes you're going out, do video calls, let them come into your space and let it be the same for both of you, communicate a lot and make sure that you are dependable, make sure that there are consistency of behavior. So if you tell them, for instance, that you're going to do this for them, make sure you do it. If you tell them you're going to call them at this time, except that it is just practically impossible, make sure you keep to your promises. Very important. In long distance relationship, trust is very important. And in building trust, openness, very important. Communicate very often. Bring them into your space. Do a lot of video calls. That will really, really benefit. Your relationship will really benefit from that. And as much as possible, be reliable, be dependable, keep your promises, and have consistency of actions. You see, trust is a major bedrock of sustaining, when it comes to sustaining long distance relationship. That's really very important. Now, the second thing that I think you should also bear in mind if you want to sustain long distance relationship is that you need to schedule periodic visits. You see, you can't be away from your spouse for very long. Especially for those people who have gone maybe to study, for instance, and then your spouse will be there for 3 years, they'll be there for 4 years, for 5 years. You need to visit them. That's the truth. Now, if the husband cannot visit the wife should try and visit the husband. If the wife cannot visit the husband should try to visit the wife. I'm not saying you should do it just once in a blue moon. I mean, periodic visit. There are some of us that you will be able to visit them every month. Some will not be, but maybe you can't visit them every quarter. Now, some might not also be able to do that, maybe because of the cost implication, maybe because of some other commitments you have. And some of us might also be able to visit them maybe twice a year. But this is my advice. Don't let a year go by without at least scheduling a visit. Please try and visit them, because it helps to keep the oil of the relationship, flowing. It helps to keep, the machine of the relationship running very well. So please, I want to encourage you, schedule periodic visits. Don't go 5 years without any physical contact. Don't go 4 years without any physical contact. Don't go 3 years without any physical contact. I know I spoke about having video calls, having communication over the phone and doing video calls, but that will not substitute for physical contact. That hug, that togetherness, that conversations that better had when you are physically together than when you're over the phone having those kind of communication. Those things are really very important. So I want to encourage you, schedule periodic visits. Let them know. Sometimes when your spouse knows that, okay, my wife will be visiting in 2 months, sometimes it helps you to to navigate that journey very well. Your wife knows that, oh, my husband, or I will meet my husband, or my husband will be meeting me in the next month. So sometimes it helps you, and it creates that very good anticipation even in your relationship. So please make sure you share the periodic visits. Now, the third thing is this: make memories together. That is true. Now, it's important that you share the periodic visits, but sometimes you can make those visits and they're just like bland. They're not exciting. You're not making memories. So in long distance relationship, you need to make memories together. Now, when you visit, go to places. Do things that both of you enjoy. Maybe you cook together. Maybe you go on a project together. Make sure you make memories. If you're living, away from your spouse at this time, anytime you visit them, make memories together. Something that they can cherish. That when they come, that when you're away from them, they remember those things, and then their heart draws, closer to you. And it's not just when you're even away from them, even over the phone. Make memories. You can celebrate your birthdays. If you cannot visit during their birthdays, you can celebrate your birthdays, your anniversary, special occasions over the phone, video calls. Just make sure both of you make memories together. I tell you, those things will help to keep, the fire of a relationship burning. Don't just visit for the sake of visiting, and then it's just life as usual, or just visit to come and do child minding. And as much as that is important, both of you take time to put some things in your own relationship. Make memories together. It's really very important. Now, the fourth thing is this: try as much as possible to keep yourself occupied when your spouse is not around. Try as much as possible to keep yourself occupied. Now, it could be that you invest yourself more in your work, because now you have a lot more time on your hand. And I tell you the truth, they say that an idle hand is a devil's workshop. So it's important for you, get yourself busy. Now, it could be that you invest yourself more in your work. It could be that you go for some training, you learn some skills, you're reading some books. You just put yourself in a situation where you're not so idle, where some unholy thoughts don't permeate your heart and saturate your heart. You put yourself in a situation where you're not, that time is not available for the devil to use against you. It doesn't lead you into bad habits and some things that will not glorify God. So get yourself busy during that time. If it means that you work, if it means that you go for training, so that even when you meet with your spouse, they meet a better version of you. They say that, oh, this person is progressing, this person is doing. So use that time very judicially. You use it profitably. Use it judiciously. It's very, very important, and I believe that honestly your relationship will benefit from that. And finally, I want to encourage you. I want you to distance yourself from naysayers. Now, there are certain people that during that period, they will take advantage of your vulnerabilities. Now, when your spouse is not around, your husband is not around, your wife is not around, there are people who are very likely to take advantage of your vulnerabilities at that time. Be very careful of the people you associate with. You see, I'm not saying that you should distance yourself from the world. Put yourself in the right set of people, but there are some people that you shouldn't that you shouldn't meet. There are some men that want to take advantage of some women because their husband is not around. There are some women that want to take advantage of some men because their wives are not around. So don't put yourself in compromising situation. Don't put yourself in associations that will not strengthen your commitment to your spouse. Don't do things that if your spouse hears about, we spoke about trust the other time. Don't do things that if your spouse hears about, they'll be highly disappointed in you. So I want to encourage you, avoid naysayers too. People will say, oh, you don't even know where your husband is and where he is. Oh, you don't even know where your wife is where. You don't even know where your wife is and where she is. No, you don't want that negative energy around you. You want people who encourage you. When people will encourage you to do the right thing, people will support you during that period, because honestly, you also need support. For some people now, things that you have been doing with your husband, things that you've been doing with your wife, maybe sometimes you need child minding, you need support with certain things, while you're doing some things, depending on the dynamics of your family. So surround yourself with good people. That's just what I'm saying. Surround yourself with good people, not people who will take advantage of you, not people who will take advantage of your vulnerabilities, not people who will exploit you, not people who will seek to destroy your relationship. That's very important. Now, if this has blessed you, please ensure again that you smash the like button, and please share this video with your friends and your family. And if you are in a distant relationship and you have tips or some of the things that is making your relationship work, put them in the comment section. Let's all learn from you, and together we can celebrate very good relationship. Now, till I see you in the next video, I declare your marriage blessed.